Commentators ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Host ready?
Hi.
Audience ready? That's what I like to hear. All right. Then we're going to start the first run of ESA Winter 2024 in 3, 2, 1. Devil May Cry. Good stuff. So this is DMC4 Special Edition. The original game was released in 2008 by Capcom. They make good fighting games, so they also make pretty good action games, it turns out. Who would have thought? Special Edition came out a whole 7 years later in 2017 and changed a couple of things that we're going to talk about during the run. It is DMC4, so as you can probably think, there are 3 other games before that. Usually we play Dante in these. In this game, it was the first time we got introduced to a new character called Nero. He kind of looks similar, and in fact, we start off the game by facing off against Dante, who crashed a religious sermon, killed the Pope, and we get sent out to go find him and find out what that was all about.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just fought him. This was the first mission. We actually tried to no damage all of the first missions, like the first 5 missions ideally, for reasons that we're going to get into. But first, let's talk about Nero. So all the DMC characters usually fight with swords and they have some guns. Nero has another gimmick, which is his right arm. It's really strong. I've heard that's a common thing with teenage boys, but in his case, he got injured a couple of weeks before the events of DMC4 while he was fighting demons, and his arm just turned weird. I did buy speed. Yes, I did buy speed. Yes. Okay.
Shopping is very important.
Shopping is very important in this run, yeah. While we're already talking about shopping, you want to talk about the economy and his weapons?
So this game has 2 sets of currency. One is red orbs, which you're seeing on screen. You can collect them in the world. The other is proud souls, which are awarded to you by the game based on the mission rating that you get. The game rates missions, it rates your performance in 3 ways. It rates your time, so how long it takes you, and we always do very well on that, or I mean hopefully, right? It rates how many red orbs you collect, and we usually do pretty bad on that because it's slow to just stop and collect red orbs. And then it rates your style, and speedrunners don't necessarily care about that, so that's usually pretty low as well. And for that reason, since Chaos needs proud souls to purchase some abilities later, she has to basically no damage a mission, otherwise she's going to have to do a whole bunch of backups, which is, pretty inconvenient for her.
You'll see here, like, the main way we're dealing with these early enemies is with Devilbringer, our arm. So we have this ability called Snatch, which is just, like it says on the tin, snatching enemies from across the screen, get them close to us, and then buster them, which is like the grab slam move. And then we can combo that with Charge Shot to, like, take out these early enemies pretty quickly. And Chaos is going to have her finger on the gun button the whole game, basically, to have Charge Shot ready to go whenever we need it.
Yeah, so Charge Shot can charge up to 3 stages later on when we buy it. This is actually the main reason why we want a no damage mission too. It's like the most important mission to not take damage, and we'll see what Burial has to say about that.
Yeah. Burial is can be a cool guy sometimes.
Surely, right?
Yeah. So yeah, Nero. So yeah, he has his Devilbringer arm. He also has Red Queen, which is his sword. It has kind of like a motorcycle rev thing. Very cool. Very Capcom. Basically, you can charge up your sword. It's a mechanic called Exceed, and when you have a bar of Exceed, then your next attack will do more damage, or it will enhance any attack that you do, modify it in a cool way. And then we have Blue Rose, which is our revolver, which is where Charge Shot comes from as well. So Charge Shot is like one of the main sources of DPS in this game, I would say. Charge Shot 3 at least. The Charge Shot 1 is still used, but yeah. So coming up here is the first boss. So praise.
This is Burial, and Chaos has to no damage this fight to be able to get Charge Shot free.
So basically, we just want to air slash him like this in the air until he staggers, and then we're gonna grab his face like so.
Slam in.
Big damage. He's gonna do like an AoE attack here in a sec, which we'll be ready for. And you'll notice as well a thing with the exceed mechanic. So Chaos is actually on each hit, pressing the exceed charge button. And what that does is gives you a bar of exceed instantly, which just makes your sword do more damage. And yeah, very good. Nice fight.
No damage.
No damage.
There actually aren't that many marathon runs where people actually manage to no damage him. For some reason, even the world record holder, who is really, really good at this game, like a lot better than me, even he messes it up on marathons, because there's always the extra pressure and it's like early game. But yeah, usually I played it very, very safe there. So we can afford Charge Shot 3 here and Streak. Charge Shot 3, our main damage dealer, it basically one-shots a lot of the enemies that we'll encounter. And yeah, talking and menuing is hard.
So many options, though.
Well, and Streak is what we need. Yeah, exactly. Streak we buy for a skip that we're gonna see. But yeah, first of all, I'm gonna run to the left here a little bit to get speed. We also had to buy speed, by the way. For some reason, the Sons of Sparta need to like sacrifice, well, in this case, proud souls to learn how to run. It'd be like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, DMC4 has a lot of enemies that are like recurring from DMC1. We're gonna see some of them right now. They're called Frosts. They were in the first Devil May Cry. We're actually gonna use something called camera manipulation at the beginning of this fight. Do you want to explain why that is while I focus?
Yeah, so we basically want to keep one of the enemies off screen here. Any enemies that are off screen will not queue up any attacks, which means we can just bully this guy for a while and then bully his friend after we come on. So yeah, combo and Charge Shot 3 here into high roller attacks, which is like the slash up into the air. It's called high roller for Nero, right? Nero and Dante have the same moves, but they're called different things.
Or very similar moves.
Yeah, or very similar moves. Showing our game knowledge here. Very good.
Yeah. You played it.
Yeah, I have. I've ran it, kind of, I guess. Learned it.
The first
yeah,
couple
that was
missions at least.
Yeah.
But they were just, oh, I lost my speed here. Sometimes you just randomly lose speed while you're going through doors. We don't know why. It just happens. But yeah, so we have actually the first skip of the game coming up very soon.
Yeah, so I guess I can explain that now before we, like during this fight. So a property of Charge Shot is that if you let it off in the air, it will kind of push you back with this force. And we can conserve the inertia that this force gives you with air slashes. So we're going to do that to skip a little parkour section here. We're going to dash into the middle of the room here, and then like redirect ourselves with the inertia of Charge Shot multiple times. Let's see if we can get it. Very nice, well done.
Very nice.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of those skips. This is like the first one and the easiest one, which is very nice when you're learning this game, because you usually tend to go from the front to the back, right? So it's always harsh when games have the hardest skips in the very beginning. Looking at you, Half-Life. But yeah, we're gonna run around here and kill some enemies, so if we have some messages, I think now would be a good time.
We have $25 from Xenon Slayer. We've got $10 from Starcrow. I hope you reach your goal of 90,000. Also, it's the first time I've watched your stream. Thank you so much indeed. Zephyr, our good friend, $25. Hey everyone, Zephyr here. I am no longer in charge of the donation tracker, sad face, but that does not mean I get to rest. I hope this event becomes the best winter event yet. Let's go to $115,000. And we've got... That's right, my friends. $25 from Neo Matamune, who says, let's get that great week started. And that's going towards the Zelda bonus run, which has already been met. At any given point, just tell me to shut up. I'm really good at talking, so
You can go on if you want.
We've got $5.55 from Shore. That is Let's Go Hi AE, and that's going towards the Zelda Link's Awakening Any% bonus run. We've got $35, and that is from we've got 35 minutes ago, $10, the real big dude. That says ESA love. I love you too, but platonically. That's also towards the Legend of Zelda. We've got $50 from what? Neomanamuna, it says ESA love because I didn't read that one already. We've got $1 from Anonymous. What's up, you? We've got $100. Woo! You're a friend of mine. Username Eels, we know you, we love you. You do a lot of these things. So is the usual raffle system replaced with a new award system? The new award system is replacing nothing because we didn't have anything like it before. And you're claiming the Goosebird shirt, $40. The ESA shirt, $40. And that's also gone towards the ESA's Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening 80% bonus run.
Thank you all for those early donations.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Let's keep them coming. I'm also gonna say, if you guys put any Devil May Cry quotes in your donation messages, I'm gonna do my best to do an impersonation of them, because I know a lot of, especially Devil May Cry 3 and 4 by heart, so I'll probably recognize it, especially if it's those games, or DMC5, that is.
You got $1,000.
Good hustle.
$1,000. Wait, what?
Yep. Don't worry, I'm here. It's fine.
All right. Meanwhile, we made it to mission. Wait, that's it's. Hold on, I'm already getting confused.
4?
It's 4, yes.
Yeah, is it? Okay.
You play the game.
Yeah, I'm playing the game. Doesn't mean I keep track which mission number is which.
We were introduced to the Angelos, or the something Angelos. I can't remember the name of the enemies, but at the end of the last mission, which you know, they die to a full charge shot. And here in this mission, we get introduced to the gyros, which are pretty infamous in this game, I think.
The Beyblades.
So the Beyblades, yeah. So we use them basically to like destroy things in the environment like this, and also used to kill enemies pretty quickly, like you've seen in the last room. But they are pretty finicky, to say the least. You have to like hit them to like spin them, charge them up, and then buster them to actually send them flying. And they can kind of go not where you want them to in a lot of cases. They can also lock onto enemies too, which is quite annoying if you don't want them to do that.
Yeah, especially when enemies are around, you can't really, you don't know where they're gonna end up.
Yeah. So we gotta send this one down here and then collect this one that's been sitting here. So we're gonna do a little trick here actually, which is if we just forget about the other gyro and send this one along to the pad, when we come back here after we get a different gyro, that gyro that we left here will just appear beside the one that we collected here. So it just saves us having to...
Yes, right. So in a casual playthrough, you'd run back there, see you need a gyro to destroy a wall, get one gyro, bring it back. Why is the game so much louder all of a sudden? Tech? Thank you. All right, the camera also did weird things there. It's okay, everything's fine. So there is a puzzle here. I've heard people who've played DMC1 shortly before playing DMC4 had fun with this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know this. This is great. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently you can't parry the fire attacks.
And you can in DMC1.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a very similar puzzle in DMC1 where the solution is to parry the big fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't work in this game.
Yeah. Which, no, I mean, I don't know about other people who've played DMC1 casually, but it took me forever to find that out. I don't know. Like,
Why are you looking at me?
yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot you're not the community ambassador.
No.
Alright, we're gonna take this last gyro. We're gonna see in a moment that the other gyro indeed just reappeared in its original spot, and we didn't actually have to bring both of them back. Safe does a lot of backtracking. And then we're gonna fight the frog. My favorite boss.
Yeah,
Not.
frogs.
No. RNG boss. Really.
He's our favorite if he does the things that we want him to do. Let's see.
So basically the boss has to give Chaos one of the correct openings that she can use, but...
This is not one of
This
them.
is not one of them.
Okay.
And if
This
it's
is
just
not
RNG,
one of them,
He's
frog.
Not, he's not cooperating.
Frog.
Look at him like moonwalking away. Look at
Yeah.
him. Like,
Moonwalk, yeah.
Okay, let me just... Okay, he's stunned. Good. I wasn't sure if he was gonna... Okay, so the funnest part about the frog is, like my commentator said, he has some RNG to him, so we can get different opening attacks. Like 90% of the time, you get something you can play. The other 10%, well, bad luck, you're gonna lose like 20 seconds, and in some places even more, because we actually have to fight this frog 3 times. So this was only the first part of our misery. All right, we're gonna buy some more stuff here. We did no damage again, which is good. So far, economy looking pretty swell. So we should be able to afford air hike here as well as what did I buy?
Caliber.
Oh yeah, Calibur.
Which are just like air moves, I guess, used for like mobility, but also just good, useful to close distance between enemies.
And we get some new enemies here.
Yeah.
Those are called Mephistos. We have a really cool cycle for them.
Yeah, so these enemies, they have like a shadow shield thing that we have to repeatedly grab away. We do a thing called snatch cancelling, which is just cancelling the animation of the snatch, which means we can just do more.
Yeah, so basically what we do is Snatch has an animation, but we can cancel it by hitting the exceed button, like basically a frame after hitting Snatch. We're gonna pick some holy water up here on our way down, and then we get to do, like the best part about this mission is you get to do the cool cycle again straight away. Never gets old.
Very nice.
Never gets old. Alright, we're getting the wing talisman here. It activates these funny jumpy platforms that you can fall down, like if you miss them while doing split to get on them a little bit faster. It's very embarrassing. Usually happens to me at least once in the marathon.
I was gonna say, we'd never do that.
Have you seen my name?
Oh yeah, true, I forgot. Well, this game's all about adaptability anyway, you know? You'll never see the same thing twice.
Yeah, so we have cycles for a lot of things, but not all of them. There are just some rooms that have so many enemies that it gets really unpredictable what they're gonna do. There are also some cycles that are so precise that it's just really, really easy to mess them up unless you've practiced them to death. Oh, I lost my speed here again, which is always a bit
Which is
spooky.
bad for
because
speed.
yeah, well, it's bad for speed. It's also bad if you do want to no damage things. Because if you do lose speed there actually is a chance that Frost will hit you with something. If you don't, usually can't do anything, you're just gonna run past. And yeah, we're about to find a secret underground lab. With a guy called Agnes.
Yeah.
If you've played DMC5, he's Nico's dad.
Have we played DMC?
Nico?
He's your father. Yeah. But I mean, before we see him and have one of the best boss fights in the action game history, we're gonna fight some fish.
The fish are also one of the best fights in action.
Amazing enemies.
Yeah, just so fun to fight. Let's see if we get the good cycle here.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what your problem with them was in your casual playthrough. There they go.
They just
Wow.
I guess that's as simple as that, really. You know, just show me up like that in front of all these people.
And then since we haven't had enough puzzles yet,
Yeah.
do you guys like board games?
Yes.
We have a board game room.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Right, so
I think I was
dice
too
in
late.
DMC. The dice is like the only thing in this game that isn't actually RNG.
Yeah.
So whenever Chaos hits the dice is gonna roll back into whatever face was at the top. So she can choose what number she wants, and so she has a sequence that she does, which is
22664.
thank you.
In this case.
Yeah, to complete the game faster.
But yeah, so the important bit is you have to hit it with a sword or snatch it. Oh, that was too early, I think. Oh yes. Whoops.
Ooh.
That should have been a 6. Okay, we're gonna get some extra orbs.
This never happened before.
Literally, nobody has ever seen this.
We've been practicing today. It's never happened.
I mean, if we
It
landed
really
a-
hasn't. Wait, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we should get a 4. Okay, this is a 4.
Also, the dice keep spinning in the same order the whole time, so she knows, like, she can predict what faces
Yeah.
are gonna appear.
So it always starts on a 4. It's like 4, 2, 6, and usually I don't know it any further because that's the only numbers I need if I do the correct cycles, you know, and don't actually hit the wrong one. And yeah, this is a boss fight.
Best boss in gaming.
There is Agnes behind the window. We are actually not fighting Agnes. We're fighting the window.
Yeah, I never understood this. Like, what's going on?
Kind of have to like fight the lock-on in this fight as well.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
because the game will just want to always lock onto Agnes, who you cannot damage. You have to like chuck these swords at him.
Oh my.
As you can see here, and like you want to be airborne as well, because this like electric attack will just shred you if you're on the ground. So, but yeah, the lock-on can not cooperate sometimes, but pretty good here.
It's also RNG how much damage the swords actually do when we throw them into the window.
Right.
So, yeah.
I didn't know that. It gets better.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no more swords.
Yeah, so you can, if you jump into the middle platform there, you can survive that, but it's like, I don't know, it's very annoying.
You don't, as you can see, you don't actually do a lot of damage. Where are my swords?
Where are the swords?
Why aren't there
There's no
any
swords.
spawning? Why is it game? Excuse me?
Usually you're getting bombarded with swords, and you don't have enough time to chuck them all, but
I'm just too fast at throwing them.
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, it's not dead. Okay, I thought that was
Pixel.
it. There we go.
There we go. Nice.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. This is
Completely
fine.
intended chaos.
Very yes, exactly.
Controlled chaos even.
Yeah. Yeah, so after that fight, we get Yamato, which gives us access to Devil Trigger.
Anime powers.
Anime powers, yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, look.
I mean, yeah. Have you
we
looked at
have
the
you
game?
played the game?
Yeah, yeah. I have not read the manga, but I've played the game. The manga does exist, by the way.
Yeah, there are multiple actually.
Yeah.
So there's like one or two that were released with DMC3, and there is one that was released with DMC5. Obviously, I'm not a nerd and read like everything, including the novels. Horrible translations of the novels because they were only fan translated. There is no official translation from Japanese of the DMC4 novels.
Yeah, that's casual fan knowledge right there, for sure.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, anyway, Devil Trigger. What?
well, I knew that.
Oh, right, yeah. So, Devil Trigger, it's basically just our ultra powerful form in Devil May Cry games. Just allows us to do more damage, and it will also like modify some of our attacks as well, and make them more like souped up and cool and flashy.
Yeah.
There's also some attacks you can only do in Devil Trigger. We're gonna see one of them in a little bit. It's called Showdown. So yeah, some attacks you have to be in Devil Trigger for, so you can use the Yamato. I'm paying very much attention to not accidentally split next to these platforms, because it actually is very... There are like two very embarrassing things you can do in this game. One of them is split next to one of the jumpy platforms. The other one is at the very end of the run, when you have to parry fists.
Oh yeah.
The other one is also accidentally going the wrong way here, which I sometimes tend to do. So I'm gonna focus on going the right way. And we have time for like 2 or 3 donations, I think.
2 or 3 donations. $50 from Neo Matamuni again, who says, thanks to Matako's high-level tutorial, I was able to get more donations in. Thank you so much. Really, really cool stuff. We've got $40 from Tom Downey, who's claimed the Goosebird shirt. We have got $50 from Seraphim Mist, who says, Link's Awakening for Game Boy was first among the video games I ever bought as a young man. Can't wait for this incentive to get met. Also, must see the Illuminati costume, which means I need to write down it. That's the thing that's happening. Da, 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 da.
Camera switches. Always fun.
Oh yeah, it will troll you.
It always. Sometimes I just, even after playing this game for, a little while, I sometimes just forget.
Best line in the game.
Also, Ares asked me to let this play.
I've been begging for a week.
Ares has been begging for a week, so we're gonna watch this for 20 seconds and just, give the game a little chance to comment on what we're doing to it. Just enjoy.
What the hell is this?
All right, that's it.
Thank you, Dante. Riveting stuff.
All right, we're actually gonna head to the mission menu here. What you didn't know is we're playing in a mode called Turbo. You want to talk about it?
Yeah,
Should
so
I?
Turbo is not like turbo button on controller. It's literally just the game runs 20% faster or something, which is obviously good for speed, but it's just, I don't know, it's an option that you can turn on just to make the game more fast-paced, action-packed, I guess. That's what they intend, but obviously for the speedrun, we want to turn it on. However, there is a trick coming up in this level where we want to turn it off, actually. So it's quite jarring for runners to have this, to play the game with it turned off, because you're just so used to, your timings for the, faster version, but...
Like, as someone watching the game, you probably can't tell it's running slower.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that if you've played this game a lot, this feels like,
Playing slower.
yeah, slow motion. It also messes with all of your timings, and the skip we're about to do actually uses like the same like charge shot slash thingy that we did earlier, and you know that requires timing, and that timing obviously also gets messed up by doing things like by the game running slower.
Here we're going to use some of our air mobility moves here to kind of close this gap. But you have to wait for a bridge. Nice.
Very nice.
Got to mention movement tech whenever we say it.
Yeah, we don't have
do,
time to wait for bridges to appear.
Yeah.
Hard
So
to skip
here
the
is a
game,
very
you know?
difficult trick coming up here. So we're actually going to try, we're going to stand on a specific spot on this pad, and we're out of bounds here, actually.
I'm not.
No, we're not. Never mind.
Oh, no.
Why not?
Okay, backup strats.
All right. No, the backup strat is just to we're gonna show the Shadow Realm
Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
Right.
no.
because we're doing
Well-
it again because this skip saves so much time. It's actually faster to just do this. But now I have to do the fights very slowly, which is a pain.
Yeah, the Shadow Realm is not somewhere you want to see in the run, ideally. There are cases later on where we could see it again, hopefully not. But yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world.
All right.
The skip would have saved like 2.5 minutes
Yeah.
if
something
done
like
first
that.
try. Yeah.
Yeah. So this skip saves hours.
Pretty big one.
Crazy. Very precise.
Yeah.
All right. There we
We are
go.
out
We're,
of
we are out of bounds now.
And now we're going to use the inertia from charge shot that we talked about earlier to just kind of fly through the level here and land in a spot that we're not supposed to.
And this is really hard.
It's very hard. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Usually I use
Nice.
Calibur here,
Well done.
which is like. Thank you. So usually I use Calibur because it's a bit faster, but Calibur is like our in the air, our like forward slash, so we can clear gaps with it rather quickly. But Calibur is a back to forwards input, and Split, which is the move that just sends us downwards, is a forward input. So if somehow your backwards input gets eaten, or you don't do it precisely enough, which is kind of finicky sometimes, especially in a controller. You're just going into the abyss instead of over it.
Yeah.
So for marathon safety, we didn't do it. Also, this is a kid now.
This is the kid. Now we're going to try jump on top of her flower. Nice. Very important. And then we're just going to combo her with Yamato attacks and charge shot 3 when it's up. And hopefully stagger her, which we did. Nice.
And here I use the keyboard to mash Exceed to do more damage. Because I have Exceed on a trigger. Triggers aren't really nice for mashing, so I just spam Q on the keyboard. There are like 2 places where you fight a Echidna where I'm going to do that. So it's always nice to also have a keyboard, even though this is technically I'm playing with controller for the most part. Fun fact, most of the top runners actually play on keyboard. It's like nice for some setups, for skips, but also a lot of them are Russian, and I think there's like less of a console culture over there, so they're just a lot more used to playing with keyboard compared to controller, so they always did play these games on keyboard. It has some disadvantages when it comes to like moving in certain directions because you have less angles, but it is nice for some of the skip setups because they're just super consistent, where I have to like kind of gauge where exactly I'm going because the controller just enables you to go like a lot, or you fine-tune your angles a lot
And for
more.
things like Caliber as well, like a back to forwards input, trying to do perfect back to forwards on an analog stick is generally harder than just press S and W on a keyboard. So there's some minor differences like that, but at the end of the day, it's just personal preference, really. So this is a giant room, annoying room where the enemies are going to like spread out. Hopefully not, but we can just charge.
No,
up.
this went perfectly actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just you
wait,
get
wrong room,
you get
actually.
stuck on you get stuck on everything in this room. You'll probably hear me complaining about it when we get here again later, because we will get here again later, twice in fact.
Nice streak, by the way.
Thank you. Yes.
Love long jumps. Love movement attacks. Great.
And we have another puzzle coming up. Why are there so many puzzles in this game?
I don't know.
Is it maybe because Devil May Cry 1 was supposed to be Resident Evil 4?
Oh, really? Oh, really? Huh? Is that real?
It's a bit of a meme by now in like the speedrun community that people always mention it because it's like a fun fact that people like to say, oh, my forward input isn't properly working.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh no,
no.
it has
Oh, no.
begun.
Oh no. Let's just pray. Let's not talk about
This
it
is
again.
fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, this is a puzzle. It tells you something about this. forest is a gentle place, and something about going towards the light.
Go to where the light shines brightest or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is.
Technically, you can solve this by, like, you're supposed to look at the shadows because you can't actually see like the sun or anything, but you can see the shadows very clearly.
Yeah.
It's always the same directions you need to go though. Okay, here we're gonna buy Showdown, which is the move I mentioned earlier, that we can only use in Devil Trigger, and then we have a boss fight coming up that is the favorite boss of a lot of DMC players. It's Credo. He's our stepbrother.
Stepbro. We're gonna defeat him in battle, unfortunately, in combat. So we can do a few different attacks on fight start. If he does like attacks like this, we can just use our iframe to jump and just survive them. We want to like attack his shield so that we can actually attack him directly.
Oh, I'm not doing a good job fighting him at the moment.
He can just do kind of whatever he wants. He can do a bunch of stuff. But we want to set up for a showdown, which is the ability we bought earlier. Like this is it here.
That was close.
Yeah, that was not even close. Okay. He also might throw spears too, which we can buster out of the air and throw back at him. But
Nope, he's gonna go into the not so nice phase right now. I messed this fight up a little bit. Usually you're supposed to get at least 2 showdowns in, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine.
He really
We're
doesn't
fine.
want to go out.
No.
He's-
Oh, and I missed the parry on these. You can actually throw those spears back at him. Bruh. Literally.
This guy's on X Games mode right now.
Yeah,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
He should go down with the charge shot, I hope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we
there we go.
Nice.
That was a horrible Credo. It's usually such a nice fight.
BD.
But with a lot of these fights, it's like once you drop the ball, you drop it pretty hard. All right. So one thing in this game, they introduced the Proud Souls, which wasn't a thing before, but they actually also made you able to refund things. So I'm gonna refund Showdown here to be able to afford Exceed 3, because we need it for another skip coming up, and Trigger Hard, which makes our DT last longer. And then we're gonna get introduced to a new form of Angelos.
What, the Alto Angelos? Is it? Or the
No,
Bianco?
the Bianco.
Yeah.
This one.
He could have fooled me. I was like, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, exactly.
The Alto are the blue ones, the defaults.
So the white ones are called white in Italian, and the blue ones are called tall, also in Italian.
There we go.
Yeah.
But in the wrong way, I've been told.
Yeah, like the grammar is exactly flipped around, which bothers me immensely.
But yeah, the special thing about them is when you have 2 of the Alto Angelos and 1 of the Bianco Angelos around, they get a different moveset. They actually have some special attacks they can do together to while coordinating. Wait, where did that charge shot go?
Did the
I guess
shadow roll?
he wasn't fully spawned in yet, I think. So I'm just gonna do this, but I think he.
Oh, they were gonna do. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice, okay,
I'm still getting another Angelo though, because the first one didn't like my charge shot. I think it wasn't fully spawned in yet. I was too fast. I was trying to be too fast. Would you please die, sir? Thank you.
Yeah, so we want the squad of Angelos there to do like an attack together. They all go into like a triangular formation and spawn this like large ball thing that you can parry and explode in their faces and just kill them instantly. It's very quick.
Yeah, but it's RNG when they actually do the move.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
They don't like to they like to troll a little bit.
a little bit.
Also, we're supposed to ride an elevator here, but we're just not doing that.
Yeah, this is elevator skip, so we're going to use a bunch of moves here to give us some upwards inertia, and hopefully another nice.
And then we just gotta make it. We just gotta make it. We can't fall down there. I think.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We just gotta. But I gotta make it through these lasers without dying.
These lasers are so fun. Nah.
There we go.
First try.
First try. Yeah.
So these guys are going to charge shot, and hopefully the explosion hits 2 of them. There we go.
Oh. They didn't die to it. I hear the crowd reacting. Is there something you want to say, Mitako?
Yeah, I mean, sadly, like, they're faster than I am. As soon as I know, I'll tell you, but I saw 210 appear on the screen. But in the meantime, I can very quickly tell you we got $40 from Nanaki Amy, who says, let's go ESA. Time to go fast and raise some cash. Shout out to all the tech hosts and volunteers who help make these events happen. One day I will join you out there. Heart, look forward to it. Can't wait to see you.
All right, we have a couple more enemies to fight here until we get into the boss of this mission. This time we'll actually get to fight Agnes himself, not a window. However, he looks a bit different. He turns into Mothman. Shoutouts to Trepang too.
God.
I saw someone play it earlier.
Someone.
So in this fight, we want to just spam his face with Devil Trigger attacks, pretty much. We also want him to not do a few attacks, which hopefully he doesn't do. He does this like spinny roulette attack, which can just like one-hit kill you sometimes, which we really don't want. We'll see here.
Something's happening to it. Yeah, I put this side.
Oh, okay, I didn't destroy the swords apparently. This is fine. The boss fights are not going too well right now. Not gonna lie.
It's
All right,
fine.
it's fine.
Okay.
Everything's fine. He's dead. He didn't do the spinny attack, which is like, yeah, you don't want that. First of all, because it takes forever, because he starts spinning and he's just spinning for like, I don't know, probably close to 10 seconds and you can't do anything. And then, yeah, it can one-shot you, especially when you're up against the wall. Because we don't upgrade our health at all, because we don't need that. We're professionals. So some attacks later on in the game can take quite a bit of our HP. Okay, I'm gonna try to... Yes, we hit it with the explosion. So Charge Shot 3, we didn't really mention this, but Charge Shot 3 hits like twice. It has an initial hit and then it has an explosion, a little delayed. So sometimes you just see me run away from enemies once I put my charge shot in them because I know they're gonna explode and die anyway. And what I did here was I planted a charge shot in... Oh, camera, please.
Oh.
I planted a charge shot in one of the Mephistos and I just like flipped it into the air so that the explosion would get the cloak off the Faust, which is like the powered up version of the Mephistos. It has a hat.
Yeah.
When it's like it doesn't have its cloak anymore. It has like a mustache. It's
Nice
kind of
streak.
funny. Thank you.
A nice 0.5 second time saver there, which you gotta love.
Yep.
I did something really dumb with like the M7 skip where we sail across the abyss for a bit the other day, and I sent it to Ren, and he was like, "Oh wait, if you do that, you can save like maybe 6 frames." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." 6 frames totally matter in the game.
Very important,
Yeah, in a game of like an hour length with RNG.
Gonna do another inertia charge shot.
Yep.
Skip here. Float through the air, hopefully. Dodge to the spinny boys, because they will shred you.
The camera is like not playing nice right now. I have no clue where I am.
Does the camera ever play nice in DMC, to be fair?
So, sometimes also my forward input really is doing weird things right now.
No.
It didn't do that when I checked earlier. Usually I'm supposed to make it here and like dodge this attack if they do it. It's fine. Wouldn't be a marathon run if things went all right. All right, some more Angelos. They look pretty dehydrated. We're gonna give them some water.
Hardest fight in
Oh,
the game.
whoops.
Use an item. Oopsie.
Well, all right. And we're getting this opening, of course.
Yeah. So Dante's back, folks. Dante fans, don't worry, he's back. So this fight is a lot more difficult than the first Dante fight, for one.
Yeah, and my charge shot didn't
Right?
properly hit him.
Always fun.
So we ran out of DT. This fight can actually be over within like 20 seconds,
Yeah, he
less
will-
maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it also depends on... Nice, okay, he's dead. Charge shot 3 is just so good.
So usually you just grab him a bunch of time and slam him into the ground. My charge shot 3 on the first one didn't explode, so I couldn't just grab him back. And he tends to go into trickster mode, which is something we'll see later on ourselves, actually very soon. And then he starts evading all of your attacks, which is not cool when you want to kill him fast.
Gonna do another skip here with some vertical inertia movement again.
So we found some outside area. I'm not actually sure how we even get here, but we find this really joined statue that is supposed to depict Sparta, like the legendary demon. And we're just gonna like climb up around it, and I think this is a good point for some more messages.
For sure.
There are any.
We have $40 from Hollister. Hey, friend. Don't mind me, just your friendly neighborhood Hollister, playing around with the new Tiltify system.
Hey, Hollister.
Getting a good old Goosebird shirt from that one. We've got $200. And that's from Zero Kieran. He says, Yo, Matako, how's the best view in the house? I love it. It's so nice. And we've got $40 from Jack of Barbs, who says, Save Jock. Because reasons. I think it's a Deus Ex thing. I guess we'll have to find out.
Alright. Summer Angelos to fight. We used to wait for like the ball attack here, but it's actually... I mean, first of all, since the ball is RNG, it's usually faster or almost as fast to just fight them here.
The look away after you charge
So
off the guy.
we'd rather just do that. Sorry?
I was just saying the look away after you charge off the guy is cold. Like, you know he's already dead. Like, you charge shot him and then you just walk away, wait for the explosion thing.
He gave up.
Yeah.
Stop it, he's already...
So now we have to kill the Pope, unfortunately.
Again.
Or yeah. Like,
First we turn him into a piñata.
so he has like a shield that we gotta break, and then he's just basically defenseless. We can juggle him in the air like this with DT attacks.
And then we turn him into a piñata.
Yeah. And then we finish them all like this. Well, this will send us into the next phase of the fight.
Yeah, it should.
Or it should. Yeah, there we
Yes.
go. Nice parry. Very important. That just yanks him out of the big guy straight away, and we can just juggle him some more.
And then he should be gone.
Yeah.
The thing is, this is a classic DMC moment where you win the fight, but you don't actually win the fight.
Nice.
So Nero actually gets absorbed here into the statue. He's lost.
Yeah.
Everything's sad. Now our good old guy Dante has to step in, and we actually switching to his character. I'm assuming we're still playing on the old costume, so we're actually not gonna see Dante. We're gonna see his father, Sparta. That's it.
There we go. Yeah, Dante's drip in DMC4, not his best drip in the series, I'd say. Like, it's respectable, but I think 2 I think is pretty good. The only
2 has a really
good
design for
thing
that.
in that game, probably.
And yeah, we're gonna go shopping here. Big shopping. Because we get as many Proud Souls with Dante as we had with Nero, like in total. We can barely not afford this. It's not that important. So yeah, buying a bunch of stuff. We can talk about Dante in a bit, but first of all, I want to talk about the room. Oh, okay, thank you, camera. That hasn't happened to me before. So we're gonna go into a room here. We're getting introduced to a new type of enemy. I'm just gonna holy water them, and then I'm gonna taunt here in the middle, and then I'm not gonna stinger just in case. Because if you stinger in the middle of this room while the like ending fight cutscene starts playing, you can get frozen. And it's like really funny because we used to think that you had to reset the whole room or the whole mission when Dante got frozen, or like restart the game. And we talked about this at some point because it happened to someone, and then Ren, the world record holder, was like, oh no, actually I found a different way of fixing it. We were like, okay, how? And we were like, you take a screenshot through Steam and it unfreezes him.
Makes
Why?
perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense for Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. This game is strange. It does some strange things. We always joke that it has a neural network fueled by hamsters.
No, it does learn. Yeah, it learns your habits for sure.
It does.
Yeah.
So the hamsters thing actually is in the vanilla version, not in Special Edition. There is a folder in like the DMC or in the game files. You can open it, and there are just I am not in trickster style. There are just random pictures of hamsters in there. They probably used them for testing and just forgot to remove them. But yeah, there's like a Spider-Man hamster. It's very funny. But maybe we should talk about Dante.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he works like the same way he does in previous Devil May Cry games. Not many changes. So he has different styles that he can switch between, which is new for this game. Before you would have to go to a menu and switch them, but essentially the different styles will give you different moves. So Trickster will give you different like mobility moves that we'll use for some like skips and stuff. And then we're going to use Swordmaster for the majority of it. For the rest of this, which just gives you more access to more combos. This is a good attack.
I was facing the wrong way. That's not good.
Yeah, so that's the ball attack that we want, and
that's like the most
impossible.
important ball to get as well. So I'm kind of mad at myself right now.
Yeah, impossible to parry actually, like half.
Because we don't have much to work with Dante here yet, so it's really annoying to fight these guys, especially all of them.
But yeah, so we have the styles that we can swap between, and then we also have different weapons that we can swap between too. So our the gun options right now, Ebony and Ivory, our pistols and our shotgun. We're going to be using the shotgun mostly, I would say. It does big damage. And then our melee weapon. So we have Rebellion, which is our sword right now, and we'll get more weapon unlocks later on, which...
Luckily.
Yes.
Then we have better ways of dealing with Angelos in case they don't give us that attack that we want so badly.
Yeah.
All right. Also, you might have noticed that you recognize all of these places we're walking through. We're basically playing the game backwards with Dante. They ran out of that budget.
Yeah, this game had like the same or similar budget to DMC3, and with like twice the workload because it's a next gen game at the time. Which
is it twice the workload though? Because they're just playing the game backwards then.
Huh?
Is it twice the workload? Because we are just playing the same thing.
Yeah, backwards. Well, no, for us it's not, but for the dev team, I mean, yeah, with the same scope of the last games.
Also shipped to way more platforms than DMC3, so
yeah,
that is way more work.
That's true. It was also multi-platform. Released on the PS3, which nobody knew how to develop for back when this came out, probably.
Yeah.
Also, we get introduced to chimeras in this mission. So chimeras, basically, Echidna has like kids. They're like seedlings, and they can latch onto other enemies and make them more annoying by giving them these blades they can fling around. Gets really fun in a later mission when we have faults as well, but yeah, we'll let you know about those then. Here we're just walking through here, killing these enemies, so I think we have time for some more messages.
$50 from Kessin Chu. It says, hi, maybe you remember me from my donations at your last ESA DMC run. Anyway, Mephisto may weep. Good luck to all the runners. Cheers from Brazil.
Do you remember?
Always say yes. We have $40 from R.I. Shadow, who says, hi, big fan here. I just wanted to say thank you so much. Make-A-Wish Foundation means so much to me because without them, my time in the hospital would be so much harder many years ago. This means the world to me. Thank you. You're so very welcome. And we're super happy to be raising money for Make-A-Wish. It's so, so good. Quickly, we've got $40 from Twisted Mage, who says, me and my wife excited to watch our first ESA marathon on the sofa with our dog, Gizmo. Put this towards saving our buddy Jock in Deus Ex.
Yeah, we could talk about some incentives, I think, as well, because there's a lot coming up today.
Yeah, I'm super ready to do that. Yeah, so a number of things have been claimed. Right now, for the low cost of $50, you can decide which character appearance we have for the Deus Ex run. So that's a reward, which means a single donation from one person towards that. There are 3 options of the default skin, the dark skin and blue eyes, and the silver fox. I'm not going to say anything's broken on my end, because that wouldn't happen, but we've got X amount of dollars out of X amount of dollars for the kill Gunther using his gun phrase, or his kill phrase, rather. So that's not met, probably, so you should probably add that to your target selection. And we've also got the Save Jock incentive, which mine definitely doesn't say we've raised $0 for. That's not the case. So whatever that is out of 100, make it 100.
So I was focusing on this, the beginning of this boss fight pretty hard right now, because we always had issues with getting to have Echidna stun here consistently. there finally is a strat that was found, I don't know, maybe like 3 months ago, that actually is consistent, because before that it was usually just copium. We were like, oh yeah, I tried this and it usually works. And then usually it runs, it didn't. You know how it always works in practice.
Yeah. In runs, the vibes are just off. You know?
Yeah.
The atmosphere's just
Not working.
not there.
The important part about Echidna is that when we kill her, she gives us a new weapon that's called Gilgamesh.
Yes.
My favorite weapon in the game.
Yeah, Gilgamesh.
Amazing.
But the same as like Beowulf or the Ifrit gauntlets in DMC3 and 1 respectively. Just with a different name and coat of paint. They're white in this game. Wait, are they actually? No, Beowulf's white in DMC3. I can't remember.
Yeah, like metallic.
Yeah.
Yeah, our joy is just a little impaired by also the appearance. Oh my god, can I please? By the appearance of faults, a new enemy type. It's a very faulty level. I don't know who came up with them. So faults are these things that come out of the ground, and they can, like, if they manage to catch you, they just send you to the Shadow Realm. You have to redo the whole fight from which you got taken, so they can lose you a lot of time.
Yeah. Very embarrassing. It won't happen.
Definitely not. Can I directional input, please? Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes the directions are just weird. Well, the way the game sees them. I sometimes disagree.
So we could talk about the techniques we use with Gilgamesh to do a big damage, I suppose. The first one being straights or just straights. So like the lunge forward attack with Gilgamesh, you have to charge it up. But if you release the attack just as it gets charged, then it does a lot more damage than normal. Then we also have a mechanic. Well, I guess I don't have to explain distortion now, or we can do that later.
Yeah, we're doing that later.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got stuck on just, you know, this level here. It is the room.
Oh, this is the room.
This is the room.
Yeah.
My least liked room, because you get stuck on like really tiny ledges. It's very annoying, and I'm always just glad when I make it out of this mission. I mean, the last room is the scariest one, because you have the chimeras there, and like I said, they have those funny blades with which they can like just fling. Well, they can just stun you and knock you back really, really hard in some direction. And if you're unlucky in this mission, you just get, you know, knocked straight into a fault, which is not fun.
Yeah, also the chimeras are introduced in this level as well, or last level maybe, which if you don't deal with early, they can latch onto enemies and like power them up and make them very annoying to kill.
Yeah, in this level, most of them just appear, like they just spawn as chimera enemies. I'm just taking care I don't get hit by, or I don't get eaten by a fault here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, you know, when in doubt, stinger it out.
Yeah. Stinger in this game is very fast and fun to use. Just in general, this game feels really good.
All right. Now I can breathe in relief because we made it out of this mission without getting eaten, nonetheless.
There they go.
Yeah, we've seen the Shadow Realm already earlier. We don't have to see it again, thankfully.
So yeah, we're leaving the forest behind, going back into Fortuna Castle. So this whole story takes place on an island called Fortuna, and like the inhabitants worship Sparta, who was like a demon that saved humanity by separating the human world from the demon world. And they worship him as a god.
And they're just so proud of their levels that they've made. They're just wanting to see them again.
Yeah,
You know?
some of the rooms 3 times.
Yeah.
The worst of them.
Zach.
Exactly. We haven't talked about Dante's styles yet. We're actually going to use a rare style, or I already used it a bit earlier, but so Dante has 4 different styles. Swordmaster, Trickster, actually you did mention it earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say, but
yeah. I don't think so.
Okay.
So there is Gunslinger, which gives us like more like pistol moves. We use some of them on like things like, for example, the Blitz, which is a new enemy. They have like an electric shield. You can't attack them. We're just gonna do this, and then we're gonna shoot them to death. Bye. There is a new strat for this one specifically, actually, but people haven't really implemented it yet. So right now people are trying to just fight this blitz normally, and then just save the holy water we'd use here and use it in a different place. But yeah, to my knowledge, people haven't really implemented it yet, and it was found just shortly before I left for ESA, so I haven't had time to do some labbing. This room is also fun. People tried to find a consistent strat for it for quite a while, and it turned out that like the dumbest strat seems to be the most consistent actually, and that's just... Oh, you still have so much health. Can you please?
Getting cornered a bit.
Oh,
Is ball attack a thing in this room?
I love the camera. Love the camera in DMC. All right, now I would like a ball attack, please.
There we go.
Please. I think he would have given it to me if he wanted to already.
You're thinking?
You know the castle
Yeah,
is
I
called
think-
Luck Castle, by the way, in Italian. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting a ball attack here. Game is in full-on bully mode. It's fine.
No luck
It's marathon luck. Just...
in Luck Castle.
yeah.
Yeah, by the way, like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Come down here, sir. This is a no-fly zone, please. That was not the weapon I wanted. This is the weapon I wanted. All right. Guess we have to fight in the normal way. I'm not liking this RNG for this level, especially because we have yet another frog fight coming up.
Yes.
And this frog fight, if it goes, like if we get like bad RNG here, it's like the one where you lose the most time. Excuse me,
Nice
input.
controller.
Yeah. It was fine when I tested it before the run, because on some PCs it seems to work better than on others. It seems to be a Steam input thing.
The game is pulling a little prank, or Steam is, yeah.
That was not just straight. Okay, I just want to get rid of this thing. Do we have any more messages while we're just fighting some hordes here?
We've got $10 from Ollie.jpg, who says, "Hey there, which DMC game is your favorite, and why is it DMC? Is that funny? Like, people are literally reacting, and I have no idea why. We've got $10 from UC, who says, "Matako, you forgot your phone on the other table." Forgot, you said. I'm waiting for someone to put their phone number in it. That's going towards the Splatoon OE boss rush.
So what is your favorite DMC game, Chaos?
I can never decide between 3 and 5. My favorite run is 4, though. 4 is the best run. It has the sickest skips.
Not the MC.
Hangs out with the
DMC.
coolest dudes.
Yeah, it's not DMC, so.
That game is actually also very fun. It just has the kind of cringe writing.
Yeah, I mean,
Edgy Dante.
yeah, edgier.
You listened to My Chemical Romance once, and then the story of DMC happened.
Oh, sometimes I don't like some of the combos Dante can do, because they just start without you wanting to. So we're doing a mini skip here. Some people call it a meme skip. But yeah, you're supposed to go down there and like you have to hit one of those wheels that activate a platform you can jump on. We don't do that. Oh. Instead, we're going straight here. We're gonna wait for the blitz. Holy water it, as usual. And then we have Frog coming up. He wasn't nice to me in practice earlier, so I hope he's gonna behave now. Because then you can see the power of distortion the best.
Yeah, yeah.
So you want to talk about distortion?
Yeah, sure. So,
He's a really good streamer.
The yeah, shout out to Distortion too. Capcom got not the MC for some Resident Evil fan, I guess. But yeah, Distortion. So, so in this game, the melee attacks, he's dead already. We just do we even have to explain
Very
it?
nice.
It does a lot. He does a lot of damage
Those are really
very
fast
quickly,
dog, yeah.
essentially.
And now we don't have time because we have a cool skip coming
Yeah,
up as
yeah.
well.
Do it
Oh
later,
no!
do it later.
Oh no!
Yeah, yeah.
Do it later.
Yeah.
We can explain on burial,
Remember-
I guess, as well.
Remember to buy holy water.
Yeah, remember to buy holy
buy holy
water.
water, yeah.
Yes, maybe I'll just do that before the moves, because I tend to forget the holy water here. I'm also gonna buy a Devil Star. And yeah, and I'm gonna get Trickster 4 and Gunslinger 2, because we have gas skip coming up. So they're explaining the whole skip would be kind of too long to just do it. So
There's so many moves you have to chain together here to do this skip, but essentially we're going to do a bunch of upward momentum moves here with different styles, and yeah, it's very, this is very
it's a
precise,
rhythm
very
game.
hard, yeah. So many different moves. The sequence is very long here that we have to do. But essentially we're swapping between Trickster and Gunslinger to do different Trickster moves, and then use Gunslinger to give us some vertical inertia even more, and we just kind of do that over and over, along with some double jumps. That are refreshed when we go into Devil Trigger. Yeah, a lot of moving parts to this trick. It's very difficult. Thankfully, we can just retry right here. And, do it over and
But
over.
you do always have to restart the mission because we need Devil Trigger for it. No.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's very tough.
It's very tough, yeah.
All right, I need to chill. I always tell myself I need to chill for this because if you want to rush it, it doesn't work because it'll eat your inputs.
Yeah. I guess I can explain distortion while we
Yeah,
try to do
true.
this as well. So any melee attack in this game, if you on hit, if you go into Devil Trigger, it will actually hit again. And so, ooh, no, not quite.
I'm fat fingering.
So yeah, so on hit in this game, any melee attack, if you go into Devil Trigger, it will actually hit a second time. So you effectively like double your damage, I guess, if you Devil Trigger as you hit something. So we use like the uppercut move of Gilgamesh, Real Impact, which has 3 hits. They give us 6 hits out of that, essentially. So
Yeah, distortion is like it's a technique. Oh, close. It's a technique known like even outside the speedrun community because it literally has like a wiki page on the DMC fandom. So
They used to think it was a bug, but they didn't fix it with special edition.
it might be
So-
a feature at
So
this
now
point.
maybe it was too hard to fix. Who knows?
I mean, to be fair, this game sometimes only starts if you do hex editing on the exe, right? So
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I may be doing my my trick up too soon. I think I gotta chill on those.
also the folder for where your save file is for this game is just called Special Edition, not the MC4
Yeah.
Special Edition for some reason.
It's the only
Oh, yeah.
the only special edition that matters.
Yeah.
yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that's the thing. When you're nervous, it's really hard to do this trick because you need to delay. Like we do a move called trick up at the very end, and you need to kind of delay the second one a little bit because we want to keep. What we do here is basically keeping upwards inertia. But yeah, we made it.
Nice streak.
We might have actually still saved time, even though I retried it a bunch of times, because this, this basically skips the whole mission. It skips having to deal with the fish with Dante. Also, do we have any dog people in the audience right now? So we have some dogs here. I'm gonna use some Devil Star, and then we're gonna say bye to the dog.
It doesn't end well for the dogs.
I'm sorry, I'm
Sorry.
more of a cat person. Running Cat Quest tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah. If anyone has cat ears to donate, please.
Bring them to stream too, please. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have an incentive for that for me to wear cat ears. So yeah, I'm sorry to anyone who likes dogs. I mean, I think
Dog.
those are actually they're called basilisks. I think they're technically
Yeah,
called.
they are. We had to check that earlier. Like she didn't know even. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
All right, I can relax now again. Burial's gonna behave.
Early.
He's not gonna block me like He sometimes does, surely. All right, we're just gonna we're gonna pick up some more red orbs here. Okay, that should be enough, I hope. To afford some holy waters later, and then we're gonna see burial again, and you can see distortion again as well.
So on hit, we're gonna go into Devil Trigger, which will give us another hitbox on our move again. And then actually going from Devil Trigger to human form will give us another hit again. So doing this absolutely shreds bosses like that. So yeah.
He behaved.
Yeah.
He did behave.
Yeah.
Sometimes for no reason whatsoever. Well, the reason is Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. He just uses his sword to block your first attack, and then it kind of messes with the whole cycle. And like I said, once you drop cycles in this game, things can get really nasty really fast. Alright, so we just got Lucifer. I'm gonna upgrade Lucifer. We don't use this weapon a lot, but we use it on the boss fight of this mission specifically. I'm also gonna refund Trickster 4 so that I can afford the second Pandora move. Pandora is a funny gun.
Yeah, not used very much, but...
But we do use it in the speedrun quite a bit.
Oh, sorry,
It
Pandora.
has funny forms.
Yeah, I thought we were talking Lucifer. Never mind.
Yeah, Lucifer is used a lot.
Yeah.
I also tend to forget that I have Lucifer because we only have Lucifer... We only really play the game with Lucifer in this mission. So it's weird to have one more weapon to cycle through while switching between the weapons. Also, I can never get just straights here because it feels like this mission has a different timing for them. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, different, like, saturation messes with your vibe.
Oh, there was something in the way. Yep, no.
Yeah, if you release it like just too soon, you'll do like
There we go.
a whimper of damage. Yeah. Nice.
All right, and we have our Angelo trio, and of course we're hoping for a certain attack to appear.
The ball attack.
Break
Yes.
the ball, please.
That's
And egg them on.
not a ball
That
attack.
is not the ball.
But that's the second best thing we can get, of course, unless he just decides to disappear. But that's fine. Oh, I hit my DT a little too late. Oh, come on, dude. You're already dead. Omae wa mo shindeiru. Nani? All right. Time for the alleyway. There is a cycle for this alleyway that Ren does. I'm gonna attempt to start doing it as well. What? Huh?
Well,
Well, so there goes that attempt. We're just gonna do it the normal way, which is just, you know, wing it. Like we said, this game is a lot about adaptability. Because often you can't really predict a lot of these things, because they just move around however they want. Even with the cycle, like the second half of this fight is still just RNG and just adapting to what the enemies are doing. Also, the Mephistos are really annoying in this fight specifically, because as you can see, we're in a very, very narrow alley, and they tend to fly out of bounds where you just can't hit them. And sometimes they take forever to get back in bounds. Slightly annoying when you're trying to speedrun. All right. We have some more dogs soon coming up. So here I just have to kill 4 of those scarecrows, which we're gonna do moderately quickly. Excuse me, sir. Could you not run away from me? Cool, cool. Okay, now we have the other ones spawning. We're just gonna holy water them. And then we're gonna stand in a specific spot here and wait for the dogs. Bye, dogs. I'm sorry.
are you? There he goes.
Cool. We're coming up to the scariest boss fight of the run.
Yeah.
It has cost many a runner his run, or her run.
Yeah, there is a very important input you have to do at the start of this fight coming up, and
It's not actually that one that cost people the runs, but it cost me a run.
Oh, yeah,
That was gonna be a sub-hour one, which I'm trying to get. I've been trying to get for a while now. I'm just gonna collect all of these because I'm a little worried about my
that should be safe.
warp situation. And yeah, I'm gonna focus on the boss fight.
We'll start off with a just straight, and then a distorted
Oh,
impact.
oh no.
Okay.
So I'm just winging it right now because my kick somehow missed. It's fine. Everything's fine. This boss fight is mostly scary because again Agnes has like the spinning attack and it can one-shot you. This one exactly. Now you get to see it. You should
Whack him.
please stun. Yes, thank you. So we're just gonna pin him up a little. There he goes. Not ideal, it wasn't horrible.
Nice.
So there were a bunch of different strats people tried for Agnes. The one that was used for a long time required you to perfectly distort a 2 times charged just straight, which is really hard to do because there's a lot of timings involved that you have to keep track of while you're doing just this one hit, and then there's more that came after, and people kept messing it up, and Ren went through like 5 different iterations of this fight until he came up with what I started doing here, but unfortunately didn't fully manage to do. But we saved it. All right, this is if you've played Bayonetta, you may be used to these type of bosses. This is more like a gimmicky boss. It's more of a puzzle than a boss fight. So we have to destroy all of the crystals that the boss has to actually get a health bar.
We can't actually damage him until we complete this puzzle, I guess.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Not.
Interesting.
Okay.
Pandora's always great on this.
Yes.
So goofy. Yeah. Giant ass mech gun.
All right, now I actually hope we don't get the hand super soon because I would like to rebuild some. Yeah. I would like to rebuild some DT here. That's fine. Come on, now we can. Yes, thank you, thank you,
Nice,
thank
that's
you.
what we want.
Appreciate it. Oh, we're getting some more free DT. All right, now we see the gun.
Yeah. Look at this. Great.
And then we're gonna do a little bit of a skip here.
We're just gonna tank this blast in the face.
Yeah, we're just gonna tank this blast. Usually you'd have to run around, do some platforming, and we just skip a couple of seconds of like platforming there by doing that instead. I'm gonna do some damage here with the Pandora, and then the Savior should come up to us, and I'm gonna distort 2 hits. That was a good one.
Nice.
So yeah, again, power of distortion.
Yeah. He's too good, Distortion. He's nuts.
All right, Dante is like, okay, I can't fight this thing forever, but Nero is inside, right? So what he does is he just, in a very dramatic moment, he shoots the Yamato into the Savior, and Nero grabs it and, I don't know, is awakened, and now he's gonna fight the thing from the inside. Traditionally, what do we have at the end of a Devil May Cry game?
Well, in this case, in every case, it's always got to be a boss rush. But in this game, we have the return of our favorite part, the board game, as well, right?
Yeah, it's a boss rush. Yeah, boss rush with gambling.
Yeah.
Except there's no RNG in the dice again. It's the same mechanics.
Yeah. We should say there is in case we mess up. But no, that won't happen. Let's fire off.
Unless the game lags right in that moment, but
Yeah.
it's fine. It's cool. See, we got some more Angelos here. I'm actually gonna taunt to get some DT for safety for the fight afterwards. We're gonna holy water them. We want a 6. and then we're gonna fight Burial. Let's see if I can get the Burial strat.
You can overshoot like the entrance, by the way, and just keep going around with the dice.
Yeah, so the game checks if you actually understood the dice game. We did get the Burial strat here. We got like 2 max bats, which is like the cross that Nero can like shoot from his sword after a little bit of charge up. So we do that twice, we do a showdown, and then Burial goes down.
Easy.
I'm gonna taunt his corpse here because we actually get some more DT off it. Which we're gonna need for the next boss fight, and it's frog time! Yay!
Frog fans, pull up.
Good RNG, actually. All right.
Froggin.
Frog.
Froggin?
Yeah.
It's froggin time. Who's missing?
Who else we got? Oh, yes, we good now. Gotta get on top again here with double jump. Nice.
This time we're gonna use God, I'm forgetting names of the moves. I'm
Showdown?
thinking all the time. Showdown,
Yeah.
yes. And I'm gonna Exceed Buster her again. And then she's pretty much dead. Oh, she's 1 HP.
A little whack should do it.
Yes.
There you go. Gonna taunt some more to get some DT again.
Exactly. And one more boss coming up.
And we're just gonna exceed in our downtime, because why not? We've got nothing else to do, so.
Yeah. That's what the time is for between the dice rolls.
Yeah.
So we do fight pretty much all of the bosses again, apart from the best one, which is Grado, because why would you fight the best boss twice?
How could they predict fans would love that the most?
Also, we can grab the dogs and shoot him with them.
That is pretty badass, yeah. Use them as like a projectile.
It may not be good for the dogs, but
No, probably not very comfortable.
they drop DT for us, so it's good for us. All right, last boss is down of the boss rush. We have one more mission to go. Don't slightly overestimate. I blame gas skip. All right. So the final boss has a couple different strats that you can do, but basically you can either do showdown strats or you can do roulette strats. The roulette ones are slightly faster, but they're also a bit more risky. So I'm gonna do what I usually do, which is showdown strats. We're just gonna buy holy water here and the devil star. We never said that, but the devil stars refill our devil trigger.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do the final boss fight.
Yeah, so Pope is a bit more annoying in this form.
Yeah, he got the power of Sparta.
Yeah.
He can't handle it.
Then ideally he won't, but at the end of this fight he could potentially just run away from us constantly, giving us no chance to hit, but let's see.
Alright, I'm gonna wait for an attack, then I'm gonna hit my Devil Star and the Holy Water, which will stun him. And then we're gonna finish him off with the Buster move.
Nice.
There we go.
Very nice.
Alright, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet. It seems like it, but the statue comes back to life. And we have to parry the fists.
One last very important input. No pressure. Nice, that's one.
Number 1.
And
Number 2. All right,
there we
and
go.
time's coming up. No.
let's go.
All right, that was Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. In my opinion, the best DMC speedrun that is around there. But I mean, you can check yourself. I think in a couple of days we have a DMC Virgil's Downfall in Stream 2, which I definitely recommend checking out. Also, if you're interested in running any of the DMCs, they all are very different. They have very different approaches to how the speedruns work. So there are some, like the earlier DMCs, that are a bit more set with the strats you do and so on. And then there's, well, the later ones where you have a lot of combat. There's DMC 3, which is all about Royal Guard. So if you really like rhythm games, then DMC 3 is for you. And yeah. Thank you, ESA, for having me. Do you guys want to say some more?
No, just thanks for having us up here. It was a lot
Thanks
of fun.
for having me. Yeah.
And enjoy ESA, everybody.
Yeah, enjoy ESA. Yeah. We have a lot of amazing runs coming up.
Don't sweat it.
I think that the switch button scene still doesn't work, does it?